Next up, we have Frank Gaine. Frank has been working in the UX business before it was called UX. I would kind of dip my toes in it around then. It's called interaction design for all you young people out there. He's worked at global brands, startups, and charities. He runs his own business called UX Switch, and he also works at Front End. His talk is called 10 Pieces of Career Advice for Designers. So welcome, Frank.
Thank you. Look at you, designers. Oh, it's just amazing to see a room full of designers. Okay, so I'm going to give you some career advice. I have some pretty jarring colored slides, so just to wake you up a little bit. So when you're ready. So I've been in UX since 2001. I had hair back then. This is what UX will do to you. But I work for Front End, as I did then, and I also run UX Switch. Here's some tips from my career and also from the people who write at UX Switch. If you're starting out, or if you are midway through your career, or if you are a senior, you need a portfolio. And the portfolio needs to show your design thinking, not just the end artifact. So I like sketches. I like to see you at a whiteboard, ideating. If you are a junior designer, or you don't have a lot of commercial work to show, go out and take an everyday user experience and make it better. Redesign it. And again, show us your thinking about why you think it's better. If you really want to stand out, go all Hollywood. Make a video, because most portfolios are flat text and graphics. You could do something simple like talk over some slides, or you could do some pieces to camera. If you do get that interview through your amazing portfolio, remember to say I in the interview when things that you did were a result of individual action, and we if it's part of teamwork. I was cut out in an interview before when I described everything as we, and a lot of the stuff I did. It dumbs down your contribution. An interview is a two-way conversation. They're checking you out, but you're checking them out too. So it's always a good idea to ask them some cool questions like, what's your design philosophy? And watch them squirm. Or what do you do for fun around here? On your way out, ask for a tour of the office. Is it a nice place? Do you see yourself working there for 8 to 16 hours a day? Do they use PCs or Macs? It's always a good idea. Now, if you don't get the job, don't worry. Statistics will make you feel a whole lot better. Jay Kaufman writes for us at UX Switch. He works for Zalando in Berlin. And he says that they only offer jobs to 1% of the people who apply for UX jobs. Google stats are even worse. 0.2% of people who apply to Google don't get the job. So that should make you feel a little bit better. And if you do get that new job, you're going to be busy. But remember, you probably won't be there for the rest of your life. So it's always a good idea to make a diary of your achievements so that when it comes to writing that portfolio or your CV, you have plenty of material. Oh yeah, I did run that workshop in London. So it's a good way of tracking what you do. Also, in a job, if you want to progress, be open to gaining new skills. So, for example, if you've never done usability testing before and someone's having a conversation about it over there, walk over and say, do you mind if I listen in? Employers love designers with spunk, people who get out of their comfort zone, like Laura speaking here today. So if you haven't facilitated usability testing, volunteer. You'll get noticed and it will be appreciated. Did you know that the number one reason why designers leave their roles is not having enough time with senior practitioners? So seek that out. It makes you happier, it'll improve the quality of your work, and you won't have to leave and find a new job as often. Also, when it comes to asking for more money, flower in hand, cap in hand, a very good idea is to go in with an exact figure in mind. Say, you know what, I need €272 extra net per month because my child's care is going up, I'm going to do this course. It gives you that level of credibility. Also, designers like us, we hide behind the big names in the industry. It's time for us to take credit. So shout about your work on LinkedIn and Facebook. Post a picture. This is something I've been working on for ages. It just got launched. Making your way up the ladder, it's a good idea to be visible. It's great that you're here today. And in Ireland, it's a small industry, so it's about who you know as much as what you know. So maybe some of you might come up and speak here next year. If you do become a king or a queen of UX, it's always a good idea to give something back. If you want to do a masterclass in usability testing, or you want to write a blog, or you want to do some mentoring, that's always a very good idea. If you're sick of doing wireframes, if you want to move on in your career, if you want to diversify, and if you have a good relationship with your boss, be honest. They might be able to repurpose you. You might be able to get into product management or design strategy like a lot of UXers end up doing as they mature. So to end on a positive, thank you very much. And a lot of the career advice that you see here is from people who write for us at UX Switch. Shameless plug. Thank you very much.